California just changed the game for container homes. And if you're thinking about building one in California, you need to understand this right now. Most states ban container homes, but California just passed laws that force cities to allow them, and that opens up a $50 billion market opportunity. I'm going to show you exactly how this works, why it matters, and how to use it to get your container home approved. Here's the situation most people face. You want to build a container home in California. You've got the land, you've got the design, you're ready to go. But then you talk to your city, and they say, no, container homes aren't allowed in our zoning code. So you're stuck. You've got a great idea, you've got the land, but the city won't let you build it. This used to be the end of the story. Project dead, money wasted. But not anymore. In 2021 and 2022, California passed two laws that changed everything, and most people don't know about them yet. Let me break down what happened. SB9, the Accessory Dwelling Unit Law. In 2021, California passed Senate Bill 9. This law says cities cannot ban accessory dwelling units, or ADUs, on single-family residential properties. That's the key word, cannot. This isn't a suggestion, this isn't a guideline, this is a state law that overrides local zoning codes. What's an ADU? An accessory dwelling unit is a secondary dwelling on a residential property. It can be a backyard cottage, a converted garage, a separate building, or a shipping container. SB9 says cities have to allow these, period. Then in 2022, California passed Senate Bill 10, the Local Responsibility Areas Law. This one goes even further. SB10 says cities must allow up to 4 units on a single-family residential lot. So instead of just one ADU, you can now have up to 4 units on one property. That's not just a home, that's a revenue stream. So why does this matter? Why am I telling you this? Because this changes the entire economics of container homes in California. Let's talk about the market size. California has 40 million people, and California has a housing crisis. The average home price in California is $800,000 or more. Rent is $2,000 to $3,000 per month. People need affordable housing, and they need it now. An ADU solves that problem. A container ADU costs $50,000 to $150,000 to build. That's 1/5 the price of a traditional home. Here's the financial opportunity. If you own a single-family home in California, you can now build an ADU and rent it out for $1,500 to $2,500 per month in income. You can build 4 units and create a small apartment complex. In some cases, you can even sell the ADU separately. That's not just a home project, that's a business opportunity. And here's the best part, you have state law on your side. When your city tries to block your ADU, you can point to SB9 and SB10 and say, no, you have to allow this, it's state law. That's a game changer. Let me show you some real examples of how this is working. Example 1, the backyard container ADU. A family in Los Angeles had a single-family home on a quarter-acre lot. The city's zoning code said no accessory structures allowed. But with SB9, they appealed. They showed the city the state law. The city had to allow it. They built a container ADU in the backyard. Cost? $85,000. Rental income? $2,000 per month. That's a $24,000 per year income stream from an $85,000 investment, and they still own the original house. Example 2, the multi-unit container development. A developer in San Francisco bought a single-family lot. Under the old rules, they could only build 1 house, but with SB10, they can now build up to 4 units on that same lot. They're planning a 4-unit container development. Total cost? $400,000. Total rental income, $8,000 per month. That's $96,000 per year from a $400,000 investment. These aren't theoretical examples. These are happening right now in California. Now, I need to be honest with you, there is a catch. SB9 and SB10 say cities have to allow ADUs, but they can still regulate them. And California's regulations are brutal. The big one is Title 24 Energy Code. California's Title 24 Energy Code is the strictest building code in America. In shipping containers, containers are terrible at meeting Title 24. Here's why. Containers are made of steel. Steel conducts heat like crazy. That's called thermal bridging. The Energy Code hates thermal bridging. So if you want to build a container ADU in California, you need to add thick insulation, 4 to 6 inches. You need to install the dehumidification system. You need to seal every air leak. You need to install high-efficiency HVAC. You need to use triple glazed windows. This adds $15,000 to $30,000 to your project cost. But here's the thing, it's doable. Thousands of container homes in California are passing Title 24 right now. You also need to deal with local design review. Some cities are picky about aesthetics. There are parking requirements. Some cities want 1 space per unit. There are setback requirements, which is the distance from property lines. And there are height restrictions, but these are all solvable. And the key is, you have state law on your side. So here's what you need to do if you want to build a container ADU in California. Step 1. Check your zoning. First, confirm you're in a single-family residential zone. SB9 and SB10 apply to single-family residential properties. If you're in a commercial or industrial zone, different rules apply. Step 2. Check your local ordinance. Even though SB9 and SB10 are state law, cities can still have local requirements. Check your city's ADU ordinance. Some cities make it easy. Some cities make it hard, but they can't ban it. Step 3. Design for Title 24. This is critical. You need to design your container ADU to pass California's Title 24 Energy Code. This means proper insulation strategy. We have a full video on this. HVAC design, window selection, and air sealing. Step 4. Get a structural engineer. Containers need structural analysis. You need a licensed structural engineer to stamp the plans. Step 5. Submit for approval. Submit your plans to the city. If they try to deny it based on container homes not being allowed, you have SB9 and SB10 to point to. If they deny it for other reasons like Title 24, design review, or parking, you address those issues and resubmit. Now, if you're planning a container ADU in California, you're going to need to figure out your foundation, and foundations are critical. Get the foundation wrong and your entire project fails. That's why I built the Container Foundation Calculator. It gives you precise foundation recommendations for your specific project. You can get it at container-calc.lovable.app. Link in the description. It's free to use, and it'll save you thousands of dollars in engineering fees. Here's the bottom line. California's ADU laws have changed the game. If you're thinking about building a container home in California, you have legal protection now. But you need to understand the rules, you need to design properly, and you need to know how to navigate the approval process. That's what this channel is about. We break down the engineering and the legal stuff so you can actually build. If you found this helpful, please like and subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you don't miss the next video. We're going to dive deep into Title 24 Energy Code next. That's the thing that kills most container projects in California. Thanks for watching.